Hi guys, so let's now take a look at globalization. So globalization is a process by which national economies become increasingly integrated and interdependent within the global economy. Okay, it is a process which is really accelerated over the last sort of 30 or 40 years really. But more recently there has been some deceleration in the pace at which globalization has taken place. And of course we do hear about various protectionist issues regarding the US and China right now with Donald Trump and Xi Jinping. Okay, generally though, we must consider that it has accelerated, and therefore what has made it accelerate, what has enabled globalization to really crank up the dial there? Well, firstly, trade liberalisation, liberalising trade so that economies wish to trade with one another. Then emergence of trading blocs such as the European Union, NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, as well as ASEAN and various others, ASEAN standing for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. And then there's also the growth of multinational corporations which have really benefited from globalisation. There's been technological advances, of course, which have enabled better communication and better coordination of activities. There's also improved mobility of resources, your key resources such as labour and capital, of course. And then containerisation. So the fact that vast quantities of goods can be easily shipped between countries has also accelerated globalisation. In addition to this, we have also had the collapse of communism, and that has also brought a number of countries into the global economy. Look, for instance, at China, at the Eastern European nations such as Poland, Hungary, and so on, okay, as evidence of that. Okay, now, there are a number of benefits, but it is a controversial issue overall, okay, and we'll be looking at this in great detail through the next few lessons. So the benefits include increased consumer surplus, consumers get greater choice, they get better prices, and so therefore consumer surplus increases significantly. There's increased global efficiency because it means that economies will do what they are actually best at doing at any given stage of their economic development, i.e. they will exploit their comparative advantage. And yeah, that's massively advantageous for everyone. Okay, then we've got greater competition. Greater competition, of course, brings down prices further and further increases that consumer surplus as well as the choice. There's the fact that multinational corporations have been able to exploit vast economies of scale and produce goods at the lowest average cost level of production. And of course, we've also got a factor mobility, where labour and capital are very mobile. And it's relatively straightforward to actually recruit skilled workers from outside even the European Union into the UK. The costs, however, well, first up, structural issues, okay, and structural unemployment. This has been a big problem within the manufacturing sector of many MEDCs, more economically developed countries, as they've really struggled to actually compete with developing economies and the rate at which they can really increase their production and the operations advantages they have due to their lower cost factors of production there, okay? But really, what does it also tell us? It tells us that MEDCs need to be ready to actually adapt and survive if they want to be able to thrive. Okay, and then there's also the issue regarding monopoly power of multinational corporations, and that has of course led to various allegations of exploitation by various multinational corporations. Okay, then there's negative externalities. If you just consider the tourist impacts upon developing countries, well, that can be very significant. And then there's issues regarding tax avoidance and those same multinational corporations. Okay, so it's quite a meaty topic, this one, but it's a great one because it really is so relevant to the world we live in now. Thanks, guys.